We're now going to look at two features which are only included in the full version of Booking Robot. We're going to look at forms and we're looking at extras. Extras are a great option if you want to enhance your main service by adding optional features that the customer can choose if they wish. Forms is simply an extra way to gather more information from your customer if you need a bit more information maybe to set up the service correctly for them. So let's have a look at that right now. We're now going to look at two new features. We're going to look at extras and we're going to look at forms. We're going to start working with extras first though. Extras are an optional extra to the main package. Great for selling little extras to the customer, but as I said, they are optional. Bob, with his boat trips, decides he wants to start charging customers for hiring fishing rods during boat hires. So what we're going to do is we're going to add that in as an optional extra. Let's click New, and we're going to give it a title of Fishing Rod Hire. And we're going to add the price to the label as well, just so it makes a bit more sense, £5. And now we can continue. Multiple chargeable is going to be yes. We're going to charge each person in the group £5 extra if they choose this. The price is £5. And now we're going to associate it to just the service boat hire. Okay, and click Save and Close. So we've added our first optional extra in. If we go to the front end of the website and we refresh this, and then we select boat hire, choose a date, and we can see after group size we now have the option of optional extras. Let's select a group, and if you remember, group size for boat hire was a fixed price, and we have our price of a group size of 5. If we click here, we can see we've added 5 units of 5, giving our total now of £225. Optional extras are really handy, a way of sort of upselling to your main package. Let's move on and now look at our forms attributes. So we'll go back to our dashboard and we'll open up forms. Now there is a difference between extras and forms, even though they work very similar in some respects. Extras occur a cost. Form attributes don't. It's simply a way of collecting extra information from your customer that isn't achieved from the standard form system. Okay, so let's click New to create a new form element, and then think about what Bob wants to know from his customers that he isn't getting already from the standard form system. Within the system here, for boat hire, he really wants to know a phone number he can contact the person that organised the group on in case there's bad weather. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in a text field and make that a required field that they won't be able to complete the booking without filling that out. So let's do that right now. So first off, we're going to make it a required, because sometimes you can just say, maybe ask for feedback, but that's not really a required field. But Bob definitely wants them to leave a phone number. So we're going to call this bad weather contact number, and then we're going to leave it as a text box, so we don't have any built-in answers, and we're going to make it available to just boat hire, and then click Save and Close. What we need to do now is we need to refresh our page here and then look at boat hire, choose a date, and now we can see we've got our form attribute in. Let's continue through our process just so we can see, and we'll choose optional extras, and we'll try and click continue, and there it's making us fill out the details here because it was a required field. So we'd have to add a phone number in here, and then it would let us continue with the booking process. So that's one form attribute. Let's add another in now. Let's go for a new, and this time we're going to ask size of waterproofs, because Bob has decided he's going to start offering out waterproofs to people that come on their boat trip one. That's going to be a radio button, and we're going to have answers of small, medium and large. And these are split using our little separator item as identified here. We'll select boat trip 1 and we're going to make it a non-required field for now. Save and close. And again, we're going to go back to our booking system. We're going to refresh it just to make sure it's taken our latest settings, and we're going to click boat trip 1, choose a date, choose a time, and then you can see down here size of waterproofs has been populated. And if we add some attributes here, it will let us continue without adding any answers in here. For now though, let's click small and then on we go. So as you can see, the form option is really handy if you need to gather some extra information from your customers before they make the booking. So as you can see, both the extras and form features are really handy. Extras, a means of sort of upselling to your main package, and forms, a way of collecting extra information from your customers.